bro.
Dude.
I mean, Joey, you literally had one job,
Dude.
and you fucking failed. It's like just like don't hit your mic, and you're just like,
Dude.
Welcome back to the Central Podcast. You're here with your hosts, Danny Grisanzio and Joey Maldonado. Joey and I are currently having a Who's Got the Bigger Nose contest, and I'm winning. Joey, what the fuck is going on with the NL Central, and are we the best division?
Dude, the NL Central has been fantastic so far this year. And as a matter of fact, we actually had the most wins by any division throughout all of baseball because the Pirates decided to go on a fucking 6-game win streak.
How about them fucking Pirates, man? We got some Pirates talk coming up. I'm excited. They're playing well. Come on.
Dude, this is the first time that we are going to be so much more positive towards the Pirates, and I'm so glad for any Pirates listeners to actually hear positivity rather than just talking about how fucking terrible the offense is.
We got to sell the whole team, man. Nah, I mean, Pirates are winning the World Series. What were you right about? Why don't you tell everyone what you were right about?
That the Pirates should just sell all of their fucking shitty veterans and just bring up all of their young talent.
Is that what? That's not what's happening now.
No, it's not. But I was still right about it. They still should. They got time.
You got it, man. You got it.
But let's talk positively about the Pirates. They're on a 6-game winning streak. They just swept the fucking Mets, which thank you as a Brewers fan because I fucking hate the Mets. So thank you, Pirates. And they just swept the Cardinals, which is a big divisional series.
Yep. I mean, we're talking 9-1, 9-2, 12-1 against your now second place New York Mets. And then 7-0, 1-0, 5-0. How about shutting out those Cardinals, man? Woo, we love that. Oh my goodness, their pitching has been fantastic. Mitch Keller with a gem. Skeens somehow got to win a game. Oh wait, no, he didn't even get the win.
No.
He didn't even get the win.
Mitch Keller versus Sonny Gray. Talk about like a great matchup. And I was like, damn, man, like Sonny Gray's just him. And to be fair, Sonny Gray did pitch a very good game. But Mitch fucking Keller decided that he was the better fucking pitcher on that day.
Yes,
and not only was he the better pitcher on that day, he has the most wins in PNC Park history.
Was it wins or strikeouts? It was one of them.
Oh, fuck, it might be strikeouts.
I think it's strikeouts. Yeah. Well, we know it's not Paul Skeens with the most wins at PNC Park because he never wins ball games. That's kind of his shtick. He's going to win the Cy Young going 2-7. No, Mitch fucking Keller, man, talk about an underrated pitcher. He kind of had a tough couple years, but before Skeens was there, before Jared Jones was there, he was kind of the ace for a while, and he's a goddamn good pitcher. And future Cub,
strikeouts.
talk about. It was strikeouts?
So
I was right and you were wrong, is what you're trying to tell me.
All right, buddy. We'll fucking let you have that one.
Huh?
You sound like another podcaster right now. But anyways, the Pittsburgh Pirates, man. Honestly, Mitch Keller has been fantastic. Paul Skeens has been fantastic. We've been knowing this. Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in the National League. I don't think there's really any debate. I know people will talk about Zach Wheeler, but I mean, the offense is playing well. We've been talking about this for the entire season of, damn, they have one of the best pitching staffs in the NL Central, and yet the offense isn't there. I mean, Danny, like, I'm looking at this right now, and even watching the games, everyone's playing well. Even bitch boy Tommy Pham is playing well.
Oh, I wanted to like quiz you. Who do you think out of their whole team has the best stats for the last 15 days? It's Tommy fucking Pham.
Dude,
oh
which
my
is
God.
great for the Pirates. You can trade him at the deadline. Fantastic.
Yeah, no, he has 14 RBIs in the last 15 days. And what's funny about it is the guy that usually has to do a lot of carrying, and O'Neal Cruz, has been terrible. I mean, but Brian Reynolds, a 927 OPS for the last 15, a 326 batting average. Spencer Horwitz is finally turning it around. Come on, baby.
Hey, O'Neal's been good the last week. I will say that. O'Neal has been kind of killing it the last week.
Let me flip to the last 7 days.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, so he was that atrocious for
Yeah.
the first 8 days prior to that. Okay, interesting.
But still, I mean, look at the Pirates. Like, we talked about Nick Gonzalez, and like, the more I watch the Pirates, the more I'm kind of getting sold on him. I'm not gonna lie. I like watching him. Like, okay, like
He's good.
He's kind of nice. Like, this is a piece. It's crazy. I know people would call me fucking delusional. I like Nick Gonzalez better than some of their other big name guys. Call me crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, who are we talking about here specifically?
I'm talking about Cruz.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me give you some fun hypotheticals here, okay? your team's acquiring, and don't think about age or contract, just think about to win the World Series this year. Brian Reynolds or Nick Gonzalez
This year,
this year.
assuming there's no positional need, whatever contract, whatever.
There's no positional need. Who's going to help you win
Gonzalez.
right now more?
Honestly, Nick Gonzalez.
Wow. Wow. So you know nothing about baseball. Is what you're telling me.
I mean, people are going to tell me that, but dude, seriously, like he's been productive.
No,
He's been good. Like he's been really fun to watch. Like I've watched a lot more Pirates games the last like couple of weeks than I have, and it's been fun. Like honestly, watching the Pirates has been a fun experience, especially when they were sweeping the Cardinals.
Oh, that was so enjoyable, honestly.
And Brian Hayes is finally playing well. Like this has just been a fun team to watch the last week, week and a half. And I'm happy for Pirates fans. They deserve this. I was listening to the broadcast, and the broadcasters were there was so much enthusiasm in their voices when they were talking about the game, and which is a positive and a negative, of course. But it was fun seeing from like a bystander just watching the Pirates win, scoring runs, pitching
It's just
well.
like a general energy in the air is like super fun. Like when there's good baseball at PNC Park, life is good because PNC is like, as we've talked about, like baseball heaven. Like we both love it. Joey, for some reason, thinks the Dodger Stadium is nicer. You'll never catch a real baseball fan actually saying that.
It is.
But a top 2 stadium in baseball, and when they're
1A,
not,
1B.
I'm okay with that. You know, PNC's 1A. But anyways, so PNC is great when they're not trying to silence a great, player in the past with ads because their owner is a piece of dog shit that's been smeared on a boot. But man, something about Pittsburgh when they're just a decent team. I mean, they're gritty, man. You got Nick Gonzalez barreling up the ball, and who fucking cares? There aren't a whole lot of really great ball players on this team, and everyone kind of knows that. But when teams like this start winning games, it's fun. It's fun. Something about it's really cool. And they've been the lovable losers for so long. And the way I see it is kind of like the Lions. Everyone was kind of happy for them when they started winning. And they finished like 500 a couple seasons ago. Sorry, this is a baseball podcast. I'm aware of that, but hopefully some people know football enough to know what I'm talking about. The Detroit Lions were terrible for a lot of years, and then all of a sudden started being good. Now, here's the problem. When the Pirates actually become a good team, they're going to be annoying as shit, and the fans are going to say they're the best team of all time. But as of right now, I'm really enjoying it. They're going to get Jared Jones back at the start of next year. I think that's his timeline. They're going to start bringing up their pitching prospects. They're going to have a whole lot of 1-0 games with a Nick Gonzalez solo home run. But, man, sign me up. Pirates baseball is fun. Let's fucking go.
Bubba Chandler, like we talked about it on the last couple of podcasts. The hitting prospects aren't fantastic, but they got some dogs like on the pitching staff, and they'll trade some guys. Like they're still going to trade at the deadline. They're still going to sell, but this is fun for the Pirates, and I hope Pirates fans are really enjoying this because there's no point in tanking in the MLB. It's not going to get you anywhere. You're not going to be able to get a top 10 pick after this year, so just enjoy this year.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, this is what is that? 6 in a row for the fucking Pirates against 2 really solid teams. That's what were they playing next? The Mariners? I'm wearing a Mariners jersey. It's perfect. Mitch Haniger is, I don't think, playing baseball anymore. This jersey I'm wearing. Fun story. I bought this jersey because I said I'd buy it if Mitch Haniger got a big hit in, I think, a wild card game. And then he got the hit, and I was disappointed that I had to buy a jersey of Mitch Haniger. But we're repping it today. Go Pirates, man. That's all I'm going to say. We're the best division in baseball now. They're approaching not being like embarrassing, and that's pretty cool. So.
Yeah, they're legitimately. We had talked about this, and you look at the other divisions. You have teams like the Rockies, where they're like in the White Sox, and they're just like us in the AL East are the top divisions, and we have 5 more wins as an entire division than they do. And that's saying something. Everyone thought the NL Central, including myself, thought that we were a laughingstock. And now all of a sudden, I mean, the Pirates have been hot recently. The Reds have been hot. The Cardinals have been on a big stretch. The Brewers have been on a big stretch. The Cubs have been pretty good all year and pretty consistent. Like, this entire division, there are better teams in this division. But besides the Cubs, I think anyone can have a chance at second place, legitimately.
Listen,
Let
I'm
me,
all
let
in
me
for the
rephrase that.
Pirates, but
Let me
that's
rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. The Brewers, Cubs, and Cardinals, or not Brewers, Cubs, Cardinals. Brewers, Cardinals, and Reds have a chance at second place, and I think the Pirates
yes.
could have a chance to not be in last.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're all kind of hoping the Cardinals drop off. Hey, I will say though, apparently we got some Cardinals fans out there listening that Joey's been communicating with through social media, who are very upset with me for pronouncing Michaelis's name wrong. Hear me when I say I don't give a fuck. I hate that douchebag. Okay, I'm sorry. He's a terrible pitcher. Cardinals fans don't even like him, so I'm gonna say Michaelis, and y'all can shut the fuck up. Okay. Anyways,
Before we move
I
on to
got
the
that off my
Cardinals,
chest.
I want to bring up one thing about the Pirates before we move on to the Cardinals.
Please do.
In the last month, they have the best ERA in baseball. Just saying.
Hold on.
2.97.
Joey, if you say that, Giants fans are gonna come screaming out of the fucking woodworks, dude.
Fucking,
They're gonna
it's
get
crazy.
pissed.
Fucking 3 of the top 6 teams are in the NL Central. Just saying.
Oops. Sorry. Is that good, Joey?
Brewers are 3rd. Cubs are 6th. Just saying. Maybe our division's
Whoa,
actually
whoa,
not a
whoa,
fucking
whoa.
laughingstock.
I don't like it when the Cubs aren't first in stats. That's not okay.
Sorry, that doesn't fit our narratives here. But overall, I mean, Pirates, congrats. You're having a good week, and it's the 4th of July tomorrow, so go fucking enjoy your team. Maybe fucking start another fucking series off well.
Should we move on?
Yeah, that was an awkward pause there, but yes, let's move
It
on. To the
was
St. Louis
super awkward.
Cardinals.
Almost like our new favorite podcast that Joey and I have been listening to leisurely.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Let's talk about the St. Louis Cardinals. I mean, obviously, they had a rough stretch, getting swept by the Pirates. It's not fun. But besides that, they've been playing. Actually, they've been playing terrible. I don't know why I'm trying to. that was kind of rude.
damn.
I mean, I'll let you bring up the stat because you were the one that had heard this before. So bring up the stat that we had talked about off the
Was
air.
it 45?
Yes.
So Cardinals don't have a run against an NL team in 45 innings. And I'm sorry I have to say that with a smile because, man, that is such an enjoyable thing for me. But as a neutral podcast, as we obviously are, we don't favor any specific team like the Brewers and the Cubs. That's brutal, man, especially after, they started out against the Cubs series in St. Louis in 110-degree weather, whatever it was down there. Going 2-0 against us, and it's like, oh my God, they have a chance to take this division. They're only down a couple games. The Cubs come back, even and out. That's all good. Then they go and sweep the Guardians. Like, great series win, especially like a sweep against a really solid team. They're not great right now. They're struggling, but they're a good team. And they're pretty solid numbers. They shut them out twice. They won 9-6 in the second game. And then they got swept by the Pirates, man. You can't get swept by the Pirates. Listen, we love the Pirates here. We just talked about them like they're our favorite team. But they didn't score a run in PNC Park. No one touched home plate in PNC Park for the Cardinals. That's a problem. Normally, the pitching is the issue with the Cardinals. If Sonny Gray's not on the mound and Matthew Liberatore isn't shoving, normally that's when the Cardinals aren't winning a lot of games. Their offense has been very good. Where did they go? It's not like the Pirates were like shoving that much. I mean, Mitch Keller's great, but other than Skeens. But other than Skeens, like, you can't put up a zero, especially against the relief staff, who the only guy that throws well on the relief staff is a guy that tries to punch fans. So, I mean, like, let's keep it 100 here, guys. Like, what the fuck was going on in the Cardinals' heads, dude? They got to score runs.
Dude. So I've been in contact with most Cardinals fans, and if you're a Cardinals fan, make sure to comment on stuff, and I'll gladly have a conversation with you about your team, because I am generally curious, because I do love to hate, but I also want to hear what's actually going on in the Cardinals world. And from what it sounds like, if you're not Sonny Gray, they hate you. Like, Eric Fetty, I have never heard so much bad stuff, and to be fair, I talked about it last year. I thought he was overrated at the trade deadline, and the Cardinals fans are telling me that I was wrong. And he's fucking terrible. This entire staff is just terrible, unless your name is Sonny Gray. If you're Sonny Gray, you're fucking fantastic.
Okay, Liberatore's okay. He's got a little lucky, but he's okay.
I mean, fine. So is Chad Patrick then. Like,
No, but Chad Patrick's fine. Like, he's not. You would never.
That's your two.
Yeah, no, that's not
That's your
good,
two.
Joey.
You're trying to. And I had talked to because a lot of like Cardinals media right now is like, do we buy or do we sell? And there's kind of this like back and forth of like, oh, we should buy. We're super close in this division. We're only within like I want to say 5 or 6 games of the Cubs right now, even after this losing stretch. But yet at the same time, they're an older team. Besides, like you still have Arenado while he's like in his prime, quote unquote. Most don't want to trade him, but it's a thought that's kind of been talked about. The pitching staff has so many glaring holes that it's a real conversation to have. There's still plenty of time. There's still a month, and who knows if they go on a run and they're second and they're within a couple games, maybe they're just all in on this buy right now. But they're in this weird spot of like they're not mediocre, but they're not.
They're a
great.
decent team. Yeah, they're a good to decent team.
It's similar to the Brewers. I think the Brewers are better, like by
I do
society,
too.
but still, like they're in this path where it's like, do we sell? Do we buy? I don't know. And it's clear though, the offense will play better. We all know this. We're enjoying the struggle right now for the Cardinals, but they will play better.
Well, they're playing the Cubs here and then for the next couple of days in Wrigley, and I guarantee you they're going to come out and like sweep us or something like that.
That's
like I just feel it. You know?
I love that. Go Cardinals. Let's go. Let's get this fucking show on the road.
I think the biggest issue is something you brought up is how old they are as a team, which isn't necessarily a horrible thing. But if they don't really believe, like a lot of teams will stay in it and try to get experience in the playoffs for the young players and say, what the fuck, why not? Let's see what happens. Let's try to make a run in the playoffs. They're so old at this point. Like guys like Ryan Helsley, like you can fetch a pretty penny for a closer like that. And why not try to rebuild? I don't necessarily even want the Cardinals to rebuild because I think that's the right choice. I think the direction they're heading in at most is one series win in the playoffs if they get a really lucky draw. Maybe they play against the Cubs. It's a divisional game. I can see them beating the Cubs in the playoffs, as much as I would hate that. Or the Brewers, same thing. Like, I don't see them. The NL is so good right now. They're not beating the Dodgers. They're not beating the Phillies. They probably won't beat the Mets. I mean, everything would have to go their way. And think about how bad their starting pitchers are. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to really focus on buying. I'd be okay with like doing nothing, but then I feel like it's kind of a waste of guys like Arenado, guys like Helsley. I'm pretty sure they have a couple other relievers that are having really good years. So
They do. And I was just going to ask you, I know I just cut you off and I don't really feel bad about it, but for clips for social media to look at, I'm going to name you a couple guys, and I want you to tell me whether you would keep them as a Cardinals fan or if you would sell them at the deadline.
Gotcha.
Palante.
I don't even know how old he is. Is he young?
I want to say, I'm going to guess out of my ass, but I'll look it up as I guess. I'm going to guess he's 28. Let's see.
Okay,
he's 20.
Knowledgeable.
He's 26.
Okay, so he's got like 2 years before Arb, 3 years before Arb. Okay, how much is he really worth though? That's when you start to have the question, like, is a guy that's a solid-ish starter really worth a back-end prospect somewhere? Because you're not going to get much more than that.
Yeah. He's on a $2 million deal, and he'll have 3 more years of arbitration. He has a 4.1 ERA.
I keep him.
Yeah.
I keep him. That's what I would do.
Eric Fetty.
Bro, you cut him. That guy stinks at baseball. Trade it. Honestly, trade him. If someone's willing to give you a shit prospect for him, trade him. Fuck it. Just see what happens.
Fucking Michaelis.
Oh, I kind of want him to stay in the division so he can keep throwing at Hap. He's terrible, man. I mean, honestly, guys like Michaelis, guys like Miakolis, I want to say it correctly.
That's insane.
They kind of need guys like that. If once they do sell, they kind of need guys to eat innings and give up home runs. So honestly, I'd keep him. Just like send him out there like a fucking guy in 300. Just like, go ahead.
All right. Now I got some names that I think are much more intriguing. Phil Maton. Maton. Fucking hell, you know how the kid played for the Mets. I don't even remember.
What's his ERA right now?
So it's a 1.91. He's played in 34 games, 33 innings, 44 Ks, 118.
Sell
whip.
that motherfucker, dude.
I think you could get a decent
Sell
amount.
him. Yeah, you might be able to get like a back end top 15 prospect for a half year of him.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah, no, definitely
I agree.
sell.
I agree. Steven Matz has kind of had a decent season. A 3.38.
The resurgence of all the lefties, man.
Yeah, I know. 45 innings, 40, a 1-1 whip. I mean, he's been pretty decent.
It depends on what we're doing. I mean, if we're saying fuck it, we're like not going to make the playoffs, or we really don't want to buy anything. I see no point in teams sitting still. I hate when teams do that. They don't do anything at the deadline, especially with old guys. If they're trying to win and they're going to stay in this state and trying to win the division or get to one of the wild card spots, because now that the NL West is not good anymore or something, I don't know what the fuck happened.
The Diamondbacks have been bad, but regardless,
everyone's been bad. And, yeah. They should keep those guys. Those guys are solid pieces in a bullpen that are, especially when your starters are bad. Can you imagine how bad the pitching is going to be when they don't even have like high leverage relievers anymore, especially like guys like Helsley. But my suggestion would be getting rid of those guys, because odds are those guys aren't going to have great second halves, because like, do we really think Drew Pomeranz is not going to give up a run for the whole season? I love the guy, but what the fuck is going on with him? No, like, it's okay to sell high on guys that like teams will overpay for, especially at the deadline right now, because there's a lot of teams that are going to be competing for the wild card spots right now. So sell.
Oh my, dude, I was looking this up because I was curious.
Yeah.
So Cardinals fans, you'll like this. I'm a big Sonny Gray guy. I think he's fantastic. One of the most underrated pitchers in our generation. Dude, he is going to be making so much money next year.
Really?
He's making $25 million this year, which is
nothing. Chump change.
He's making
That's what we make on the podcast.
He's making $35 million next year.
Okay, low key though, they could get like a massive prospect for Sonny Gray.
If you traded Sonny Gray right now, because he still has next year, and then the year after, he has 2 years.
Because okay, let's be honest.
2 more years.
They're 2.5 years. Okay. Their window, let's be honest, their window is not now. Their window is when Mason Wynn develops into a really solid player, like better than he is now.
Yeah.
And guys like Victor Scott learn how to hit, and a couple of their better prospects, maybe Jordan Walker figures it out. Alec Burleson is going to be more of a veteran at that point, but that's totally fine. His gameplay is fine. He literally can't move out there in the outfield. So their window is not now. Let's just be honest. Arenado is not part of that future. You know, let's have some fun here. They could get some fucking dogs. I mean, go get Drew Jones from the Yankees for Arenado. They will absolutely do that, you know? Because then they're going to be like, oh, how many years is Arenado on his last year right now?
Let me look. Very knowledgeable, by the way.
Yeah, we're a knowledgeable podcast.
Damn, he's on a fat-ass contract. Fucking, so he has this year, next year, and the year after. So he has 3, or I guess also same thing, 2.5 years.
Oh my God, they could get some fucking. Okay, I'm all in on.
His contract is cheap for how good he is still.
Exactly. Okay.
21 million this year, 16 million the next, and 15 million the next.
I understand that that's like a very valuable thing to have for a team like the Cardinals right now, but would you not rather push that narrative of look how team friendly he is right now? Holy fuck. I think he might have a no trade clause. I am a little bit worried about saying all this considering I think he has a no trade clause. If they can somehow waive that, they can legitimately get, for all that time, Drew Jones and a pitching prospect and like a couple back end guys for just that. And then we go to Sonny Gray. Let's go get some dogs out there. Let's say the Giants want more pitching, because their starters have been good. I don't think they have, other than Logan Webb and who's been good for them, former Cy Young winner, lefty. Thanks for all your help, Joe. You've been great.
Sorry, I was looking at trade, like where people had like the Cardinals and stuff for like the best, the top like trade candidates. Nolan Arenado's on this list. He's on here.
I'm just thinking, like, imagine the high tier prospects you can get for Arenado and Sonny Gray and Helsley. You can legitimately rebuild your entire future with those guys. And I know they're important to the Cardinals, and I'm sure they're all hating on me, and they think they're going to sweep the Cubs, and all of a sudden they're going to win this division and go deep in the playoffs. That's totally okay. I'd feel the same way if I were the Cardinals right now. But from a realistic point of view, I don't see them winning past the first round in the playoffs this year if everything goes perfectly. I mean, like, completely perfectly. So it's kind of intriguing to just like sell everything.
Let me ask you, because
ask me.
You vocalized that you want starting pitching. What would you give up for Sonny Gray?
Oh my God, so much. I mean, this would never happen. This is a crazy hypothetical. Cardinals
this
would
will
never
happen.
give Sonny Gray.
Of course, but what would you give up? What kind of deal? Because I'm imagining
with that
at
much
least
time left,
two.
I think we start with I think we at least start with Owen Casey. I don't know why I'm blanking on my own prospect's name.
Yes.
We were starting with Owen Casey,
Yes.
and then we're considering Jackson
Yes.
Wiggins. Wow, brain fart. And then possibly a guy like Christian Hernandez. I mean, that is 2.5 years of one of the best pitchers in baseball. Yes, teams are going to give, and I'd be willing. If it was more than that, I'd be okay with it. Like legitimately, he's unbelievable. Same for Arenado.
Would you give up Michael Busch and those top two guys for Sonny Gray?
No. I think Michael Busch is the future of. I mean, that's
Fair.
At that point. That's we
right,
need
what about-
first baseman and third baseman. But
What about Matt Shaw and those two guys?
for Sonny Gray, no, that's 3 top prospects. I think that's pushing it. He's having a great year, but 3 top
think he's
prospects is
worth-
like
I think he's worth 2 very high end prospects and a good young player.
I think a good young player is pushing it. I don't know. We can disagree on that. A team will maybe I'm not willing to pay it, and the Cubs wouldn't be willing to pay it, but other teams are absolutely going to be willing to pay that.
Imagine, okay, this is kind of a fun scenario. Imagine they traded to the Dodgers.
How is that fun for anyone?
Not that they need more, but then you get a guy like Dalton Rushing. You get a guy like fucking Esteury Ruiz. You get fucking, I know there's another fucking pitching prospect that's somewhere in the Dodger system that's probably a fucking dog.
Esteury Ruiz?
Fucking, there's better names than Esteury Ruiz, but
Wait, he's not even on the Dodgers, is he?
Yes, he is. He just got called up because he was getting a lot of glaze today. But still, whatever it is, there's so many teams that would give you a good young prospect that's playing right now, I think, plus 2 borderline top 100 prospect. 1 for sure top 100 prospect. And if you have Arenado there too. If you have, I mean, third base is a prime fucking position because right now we're talking about what we would give up for Eugenio Suarez. Bro, you add Nolan Arenado to this conversation. I mean, dude.
So much. I would give up so much for Arenado. That would be insane. I mean, Joey can dream. The Brewers are never touching a guy like that. Hey, but the Cubs, you never know.
Oh yeah, like the Cardinals are going to trade you guys.
Absolutely. Oh my God, they would. Hey, they got Contreras. We didn't trade him to him, but they got Contreras.
Yeah.
Anyways, Joey, we should move on.
Let's move on to another team that's been good. The fucking Cincinnati Reds. They've been hot. They've put themselves in this conversation. They're the team that I'm seeing by far the most as the MLB dark horse, and I don't blame them with how good they've been. Again, we talked about this last podcast too, and a lot of Reds fans kind of got on me because I said I wasn't too scared of the Reds, which I still feel the same way.
Ooh.
I still feel the same way, but like I said last time, they can do damage, and they could be in second place. Like just because I'm not scared of them, I still think that they have a lackluster of offense. I still don't love the guys behind Ellie. I think they're playing better, and that's why they're winning games. Imagine if you help out your fucking top guy with other guys supporting. But who knows? Let's say they get Eugenio Suarez, which would be kind of fun for them again to have him. And then all of a sudden, you get maybe one other decent bat, and who fucking knows now?
So they're 6-4 in their last 10, but obviously before that they were playing great too, and they're playing great baseball. My pause with them is after playing great, they're still 7 games back. Which this isn't a Reds hate podcast. This is a Reds are irrelevant podcast, and I think there's a difference between those two.
That's insane.
No, but I mean, one thing about the Reds that I'm going to side with is Ellie should be an All-Star. Huge
For
bummer.
sure.
He belongs in an All-Star game. What the fuck?
He's better than Mookie.
Absolutely, that's ridiculous. I mean, so many guys deserve to be.
And I think his numbers compared to Lindor's. I was amazed.
They're
that
better than Lindor's when you
Yeah.
compare them. They're significantly better than Lindor's.
That made no sense to me, especially because the last couple of years we've been building up Ellie. He's been this super electric prospect. He can steal. He has a cannon. He's entertaining. He does all of the fun like bat flips and whatnot. And why not now when he's finally actually deserving of the All-Star game to just like kick him out? Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
I think there's a strong chance he actually still makes it. We're just complaining that he's not necessarily part of the starters, and which is a part of a bigger issue that fans should not be voting for the All-Star game, even though it benefits my own team. It's a ridiculous thing. The whole game should be voted on between the players and the peers. That's how it should work. The best.
Andy Paz is in the fucking conversation instead of fucking
Okay.
James Wood.
Okay,
Sorry.
no. Andy Paz has been very good. He deserves. No. You have to let me finish. Andy Paz has actually been very good. I don't know All-Star good, but he's been very good. The name that should not be in there is Teoscar. Teoscar has a 780 OPS, and he was fourth behind Kyle Tucker, who's second in MVP voting, and PCA, who's third in MVP voting. What? And then Acuna again. This is going to be a rant that's for another time. I don't know how the fuck Acuna's starting in the game, playing like 10 games, but Joey, let's move on. I think it's time. Maybe we. Oh, you want to cut me off again? Is that what you want to do?
I want to give some love to the Reds. Besides,
All right, keep going, buddy.
Spencer Steer has been killing it. We had talked about getting that help.
That's true. He's been
the last 15 days. He's had 391 with a 1147 OPS. He's getting on
Holy
base.
shit.
He's not striking out a lot. Ellie has still been fantastic. Matt McClain has also been very good. And talk about, I saw the Will Benson walk-off. Fucking electric. The fans are buying in. They're coming to the stadium more.
Yeah.
It's like, and I've seen this more often, and it's kind of fun just as a baseball fan. Terry Francona, it seems like the culture has been changing. It seems like guys are buying in more. And all of a sudden, I don't think it's going to be this year, but I think next year, I think they will be contending for this division. I do legitimately think that they will.
I love that take. I think that's a totally fair take, and I know Reds fans would disagree and believe they have a shot. And they do have a shot. It's not like they're completely out of it. I just think there are 3 teams in this division better than them, and that's crazy considering how much I hate the 2 teams ahead of them. I much prefer the Reds to be good than the Brewers and the Cardinals. It's just like they're very like mediocre in a lot of areas, and that's kind of it. They need more supporting staff, and it's not even their fault. The guys they have aren't expected to be that great, other than a few names. So let's go Reds for next year.
Yeah, I honestly think if the Reds, and we'll talk about this a lot more as we get closer to the deadline, I lean a lot more towards stay for the Reds, honestly. I like the pieces that they have. If they could get a bat under control for the next couple of years, I think that would be interesting. I do think their offense is lackluster, but I don't think they need to go all in. They have a ton of weapons, like pitching. They have a ton of pitching weapons. I know Burns just got lit the fuck up. He's still going to be good. There's no reason to panic.
He's tipping pitches.
Yeah. You still have Hunter Green. Andrew Abbott's been fucking fantastic. The Brady Singer, even though it hasn't panned out quite like Reds fans were hoping, he's still good. Nick Lodolo's still the dog. You still have guys. I think, honestly, if I'm the Reds, I play this almost as if you're the Brewers. Don't go for the Eugenio Suarez, even though I think it'd be fun. Go for a guy that's has a couple of years of control, that's been playing kind of lackluster, that has some trait that you love, some power trait, some fucking like stolen base, whatever you want to look for if you're the Reds. Get a bat for the future. Yeah, honestly. Obviously I like Gavin Lux, but I thought that was an interesting pickup for the Reds. He's been good, and he's been good for them. He's not great. He's not your future.
He's been as expected, I think, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I guess I'm high on Gavin, but like that's a guy where like you took a risk and it's rewarded. He's bought into the system. He's a good player. It's how I talk about Caleb Durbin. He's impactful. He's not this great player, but he's impactful.
Hold on. Are you comparing Gavin Lux to Caleb Durbin right now?
Yes, I am.
Is that a take you want to stand by as we continue forward?
Yes.
Okay. I just want that to be like part of people's like psyches.
Which part do you think is crazy? Which one do you think is better, Gavin or Caleb?
I think Gavin Lux is a significantly better player than Caleb Durbin. I think that's crazy disrespectful to Gavin Lux. I don't know if you're trying to farm clicks right now from our 10 viewers, but wow, that was insane. Joey went to high school with this guy and he's shit talking him. That's crazy. He probably bullied him or something. That's unbelievable.
No, he's actually super nice. But let's move on to let's talk about your team.
We should go quick because we're running on a tight schedule here.
Sounds good.
I'm not going to say a whole lot about my team. Joey and I are really trying to push talking about the other three teams in our division other than our own because no one wants to hear us ramble about our teams for 45 minutes. However, we're still going to talk about them because they're part of the NL Central. Anyways, Cubs are bouncing back. I'm really happy that we went in and swept the Guardians, and it's a great sweep again, like the Cardinals did it right before. Holy fuck, what's happening to the Guardians? Rip them. But a great sweep to happen. We're 6-4 in our last 10, which is matching the Brewers. And if you remember correctly, the Brewers were the best team in June, or second best to the Astros. I can't remember who's better, but Brewers have been fantastic. And the Cubs all of a sudden have a 4-game lead in the division after everything was falling apart. Which, if you're a Cubs fan, awesome. If you're Joey, you're very livid right now because the Brewers did just lose, unfortunately for him. But Cubs look great. We're rowdy. We had like 3 hits today, and we somehow managed to win the game. Good teams win baseball games. That's what happens. And we're heading into a really important series with the Cardinals next 3 days, and we're playing the Yankees before the All-Star break. That is going to be an interesting series in New York. But I'm not going to talk too much about anyone. Kyle Tucker and Seiya Suzuki are like the 2 best players on the planet. Seiya Suzuki should be in the All-Star game. Seiya Suzuki should be in the All-Star game, and Seiya Suzuki should be in the All-Star game. That's all I'm going to say. Joey, please talk about your Brewers now.
Wait, should Seiya be in the All-Star game?
And I don't know, maybe I didn't say it right. Hold on, let me say it one more time. Seiya Suzuki should be in the All-Star game, and if you don't think so, you don't know ball. Gotcha. Leads the league in RBIs.
Fucking yeah, I mean, the Cubs have been playing. They're still the best team in this division, even though the Brewers have been extremely high, and same with the Cardinals. They're still the best division. It's what happens when you're a good team. You still win games, even during your tough stretches, if you want to call it that. You still find a way to win. And this Guardian series is kind of like proof of that. It wasn't like a pretty series for you guys, but
it
wasn't
still
won
at all.
You still won every game.
Yep.
And that's the difference between the Cubs, I think, of prior years and the Cubs of this year. I wasn't as fearful of the Cubs in prior years. This year, it's for me, the unfortunate reality that they are the best team in this division is probably going to be this way for the entire year. So just fucking deal with it. But I mean, the Cubs, their offense is still they're still one of the best offenses in baseball. You got Shota back. You guys are going to make moves at the deadline. From what I'm hearing, you guys are going to go all in, put all your chips on the table. Which I think there's two things to say about that, and you may disagree with me on this. Okay. I think because you're going all in, I think there's a real chance that you don't re-sign Kyle Tucker. I don't know. I could be wrong. But that seems to me like, oh shit, he's probably not going to extend long term. Let's really try this year, which I don't blame you guys. You don't know if he's going to resign, and he's always talked about wanting to test it regardless. So I don't hate that for you guys. It's going to suck, obviously, losing, because obviously you lost Cam Smith in that piece, which he's looking fantastic right now in Houston, and you're probably going to lose Owen Casey. That's probably, I'm assuming you're going to get a big enough player, whether it's Sandy, whether it's Eugenio, whether it's whoever that piece is to be determined, he's probably gone, which sucks for the future. But I mean, you guys have a lot of prospects, so it's not the end of the world. And we always talk about this. Players over prospects. Any fucking day. And I think you would probably agree with this. Even though it sucks losing some of those guys, you'd rather go all in this year and have at least, no regret.
The way I see it is I'd rather hang a World Series banner or have like a 10% chance of hanging a World Series banner than hanging a 100% chance a 6 top 100 prospects every year, because that's what the Cubs have done. So,
yeah, for sure.
Let's go get someone.
For sure. Let's talk about my fucking shitty ass team.
Please do. Joey's not very happy right now.
No, I'm not. And this is going to be a lot of pessimism, but the Brewers have been playing decent. I mean, they just went 1-2 against the Mets, which is unfortunate considering they won the first game of the doubleheader. But they, like I said, they have the second best record in the last month and a half. They still have been good. Unfortunately, it's come back down to earth, and it's baseball. It's going to happen. You're going to lose series. This one just hurts a little bit because we just lost to the Mets in the playoffs, and I have a strong, strong, strong hatred towards the New York Mets right now. So this was not a funny game, and I'm just going to vent for a quick 30 seconds just because I fucking have to. Pat Murphy, what the fuck was that game? I can't fucking believe our best two of our top 3 guys, Yelly and Terang, just decide that they're not going to fucking play because, fucking Peterson's a fucking lefty, so we can't play a fucking lefty, even though Terang's numbers are actually good versus left-handed fucking pitchers. But why the fuck would we not fucking put him in the lineup? Let's put Andrew fucking Monasterio in. And what happens? Oh,
he hit a nuke!
Hold up. He hit a fucking nuke. He hit a fucking solo shot, but he also was the reason why it ended up being 3-1 because he can't make a fucking defensive play. So, oh my God, so fucking infuriating. And it's almost as if, you put your best fucking players out there, you have a fucking chance. The Mets did not play good this game. They played like shit. It's why their offense has been fucking terrible. And yet, this is the most, like, they played Brewers baseball and they fucking won. So infuriating. Whatever. Besides the point, the Brewers have been fine. They've had some guys pitch well. Fucking talk about MLB The Show. Quinn Priester got a fucking MLB The Show card. Pretty sick.
Joey and I got lit up using it. I want to make that very clear, but it's a pretty good card other than that.
But Churrio's been struggling. I mean, it's been something that's been extremely frustrating for Brewers fans as a kid that's supposed to have all of the potential of the world. Some accountability needs to be had, honestly. Like, I love Churrio. I think he will be a very good player in this league. He needs to step it up. And it's been a little bit concerning this year. The numbers are still good. Like, if he was on this pace, he'll still end up having, like 20, like 4 home runs, like almost 30 stolen bases, like 97 RBIs. Statistically, it's still good, but just watching the games, it's a little concerning. Contreras has been bad. Let's just face it, he has been bad. And I wouldn't be opposed to putting him on the 15-day IL, honest to God. Bring somebody up, sign, like, make some sort of move to get some catcher that can play instead of Haas, just for this time being, because it's been bad. Our 3 guys that have been playing well, Sal, who's been one of the bright spots, Tarang and Yelly, have been great. And Caleb Durbin. I mean, we talked about Caleb Durbin in the last fucking 15 days. He has a 985 OPS. He has 17 hits over 13 games. He actually has been very, very good for us. He has like a 1.4 WAR right now. He's been a very productive player. Mm-hmm. And Isaac Collins has been kind of this lucky fucker that we ended up just getting out of our ass, who was a converted fucking infielder that we fucking converted to an outfielder. And
let me
go ahead.
First of all, if you guys want to know what Joey sounds like when he calls me every single day when I'm walking my dog, this is bar for bar, word for word, exactly how it sounds. And also, Mr. Joey over here is being very pessimistic right now, and I would be the same way because my team just lost a series to the team we lost to in the playoffs. However, I will say this is the first series they've lost in a very long time. He's
for sure
going over the fact that they've had the best record in baseball for the last month and a half, and now they lost one series, and he's a little sad. But wait, they're still only 4 games back after losing 2 in a row. The Brewers are fine. I think they're in a great position to go for the wild card. I can see them. The Cubs are a better team. I can see them catching the Cubs, though. That happens all the time. The better team sometimes doesn't always win the division. So,
fair. And I am being pessimistic right now. But like you were saying, they have been good. I'm curious what they do at the deadline. Miz finally got lit up, which is something that people...
Thank God.
I want to say
what the fuck?
Expecting.
Jesus Christ, man.
Like, it was bound to happen, and obviously people didn't think it was going to happen. But I'm excited to see his next appearance. I'm very excited to see his next appearance and how he bounces back from this. Woody's coming back. Woody's going to be pitching on Sunday for the first time in 2 years, which is fucking huge for us, which I'm assuming means that Chad Patrick's going to be gone. Who fucking knows? But there are some bright spots to this team. Garrett Mitchell's fucking out forever, and he's just going to be injured his entire fucking career, apparently. Blake Perkins is coming back soon. There's some good things happening for the Brewers, and like Danny was saying, I am being pessimistic as fuck right now because I'm really fucking salty about this loss today. But
they were 9-2 going into this last series, by the way. I just want to make that very blatantly clear.
They were. And this last couple of weeks has been...
So 10-4 now.
These last couple of weeks have been so much fun to watch that now it's coming back to actual baseball reality, and I'm not enjoying that. I liked it when my team was just winning fucking games out of their ass. So fucking sue me for that. Danny, let's talk about...
They're playing the Marlins next. This guy's freaking out. This is entertainment.
Hold up. The Marlins have been fucking great. I don't want to hear...
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, there's a chance they sweep them or 2-1 them, and all of a sudden you're like, the Brewers are back!
I hope we 2-1 the Marlins. Going 2-1 against a team they are the hottest team in baseball. I would be very happy with a 2-1. I'll be pissed off.
I can be okay with it.
But
sure.
Let's fucking... We'll talk about our teams all fucking day if we keep going. I have a fun game for fucking you,
Let's hear the fun game. Let's do it.
All right. So obviously we know outs above average is a big defensive stat. But another thing that's with that is called success rate added. So I'm going to give you...
Can you explain what success rate added is? I've never heard of that stat.
Yeah, so it's similar to outs above average, but it's just pretty much my understanding of success rate added is how much of a percentage... this is going to sound stupid as fuck. The amount of success that you add based on that play. So like the normal
success,
rate,
your team winning?
Like the estimated success rate on a specific play, on the plays that you make, and then your success rate on those plays. So like when like Pete makes like a play that's like only 10% can like, or that was a 10% probability. This is the estimated success rate for all of the balls that they get versus their actual success rate.
I guess it seems like okay. Let's continue then. I'm down.
So
I'm ready.
the highest player in the MLB is 8%.
8%?
Yes, 8%.
Okay.
And there are negative percents.
So it's just piggybacking basically off of catch percentage and then how often you're like outside of the norm, from what I understand.
Yep.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Thank you for explaining it super perfectly, Joey.
I got you. For all of our listeners to hear. So,
Right, so what's the game? I'm ready.
So the range is from 8 to negative 8%.
Best and worst in the league.
Correct.
Okay.
And I'm going to name you 3 names, and I want you to tell me what percent you think they are.
I will preface this too. I'm big on defensive metrics. I'm a huge warmonger guy. If you guys have seen that guy on Twitter, fucking free warmonger, hashtag free warmonger. He got banned. Unlucky. But huge defensive metrics guy. So if I do bad on this, I'm blaming Joey only because he's trying to trick me. I know he's looking at stats right now to trick me. So go ahead.
All right. Nico Horner.
Oh, fuck you, asshole. It's probably bad. Okay. I'm going to preface this. Nico Horner leads the league in every major defensive category for second baseman. So I would have to assume it's very high. But I'm also concerned he's saying this because it's negative and it's going to piss me the fuck off. I'm going to say 4%.
4% on the fucking dot.
Oh, come on. I told you guys I'm a fucking defensive metrics guy. Come on.
And that's not bad. That's 16th in the league.
Yeah, he's great. Dude, come on. Don't fucking play. I'm the OPS guy, and I'm the fucking defensive metrics guy. Watch me get this one so wrong. I can't wait. Okay.
Fucking, let's see. I'm trying to find another one. Gavin Lux. We were talking about him.
Okay, he doesn't play every. I don't even know what position he plays every day. He plays second and third, and he'll play in like left field. Don't me like
8 to negative 8 is your range.
Negative 3%.
Negative 6%.
Dog, why are you shit talking this guy? He bullied you that bad in high school. I don't understand, dude. This poor fucking guy.
All right. Brian Reynolds.
Oh boy. This is gonna be sad. I thought this was a fluff podcast for the Pirates. Negative 2%.
Close. Negative 3%.
Okay. Yeah, he hasn't been very good. Give me one more. Let's end on like a good one.
And on a good one? Okay.
Yeah. Well, not like a good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean.
I guess I'll go Isaac Collins.
Your face is so fucking. This guy's a cherry tomato right now. It's insane. Isaac Collins has low key been one of the best defensive players in baseball. I don't think that's shocking. He's got the best jump rate all the way in baseball, and his outs above average are fantastic considering he hasn't played the whole year. I'm gonna say 7. I'm gonna say fuck it and hope to God that other left fielders aren't the same as him.
It's 8%. Him and Denzel Clark.
Wow.
For the highest.
Wow.
So
yeah, I mean, he's a dog.
I'll give you the order of what it is in the NL Central. So Isaac Collins is the highest in the NL Central.
What good for him.
Then it goes to Victor Scott at 5%. Mm-hmm. Then it goes to Pete at 4. Mm-hmm. Then Cabrian Hayes also at 4. Mm-hmm. Mason Wynn also at 4. Nico also at 4. Wilson Contreras also at 4.
Wow, I mean, that is utterly shocking that Wilson Contreras is there.
Fucking Jared Triolo, 3%. Churio, 2%. Yeah, and then honestly, the negative ones are more interesting. Like the positive ones, we could kind of expect for the most part. Like the negative ones that I thought was kind of crazy. Nolan Arenado is only a 1%, which I thought was kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. Fucking Santiago Espinal is a 1%, which I mean, I guess it wasn't crazy, but just something fucking interesting. Reese was 0. That makes Hap was a 0%. That was surprising.
Mm-hmm. His defensive metrics never really favor him.
Fair.
It's a little strange.
Danzio is a 0, which was surprising. Mm-hmm. Durbin, who in other defensive metrics it's good, is a negative 1%.
Not good at that. I think we should wrap this up.
For sure.
But a really interesting stat and not really talked about a lot, which I appreciate. And Joey and I are both Super Bowl knowers for talking about it now, and everyone can know that forever and ever. Joe, you want to end us off?
Yeah. So because we're such elite ball knowers, make sure to follow us on all of our platforms, including TikTok, Instagram. Make sure to give us a 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you do listen to your podcasts. Again, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate however many listeners you are from wherever you're listening. Cardinals fans, Pirates fans, Brewers fans, Cubs fans, Reds fans, please make sure to comment if you want more takes about your team or you want to know a little bit more about a guy that you really love or you want to just tell us that we're fucking stupid. Please comment on any of those platforms and we will respond. Thank you again for listening. As always, Mike Trout is the GOAT.